Rim Country News brought to you by Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. Same stop, different horses since 1916. And by Terlucas and Brandt CPA PLLC, with a long history of providing quality CPA services right here in Rim Country. On this Monday, February 7th, for Tano TV, KRIM Radio News, and Global Trails Media, I'm Randy Roberson with your Rim Country News headlines. Well, the Payson Police Department has announced that they've received 2 grants totaling nearly $65,000. They say these funds will go toward enhancing public safety. Now, the first of the 2 grants provides $29,000 for selective traffic enforcement and is designed to target aggressive drivers, occupant protection, speeding, and other highway safety laws with the goal of reducing injuries and fatalities. That project includes officer time, radar equipment, and digital solar speed signs. The second grant, totaling almost $36,000, will be used for what they call laser spectroscopy, drug testing machines and supplies, that to enhance the enforcement of DUI and impaired driving. Payson PD says the grant funds are part of an ongoing effort to make local roads and highways safer through a combination of traffic enforcement, a zero-tolerance approach, and public education training regarding the dangers of driving under the influence, speeding, seatbelt violations, child restraint violations, and other traffic-related issues. They say if you have any questions about that grant or highway safety in general, you're advised to contact the Payson Police Chief Ron Tischer at 928-472-5098. Well, in other news, a plan by the U.S. Forest Service officials to put a dent in the population of feral cattle on national forest land over near the New Mexico-Arizona border, well, that's drawing some fire from ranchers who say gunning down the animals from helicopters is a violation of federal law, and they say it won't help to solve the problem. The New Mexico Cattle Growers Association is concerned about the ability of the wildlife agents to delineate branded from unbranded livestock, saying mistakenly killing cows with brands would amount to the taking of private property. Environmentalists have also voiced concerns that leaving cow carcasses on the landscape will only help condition Mexican gray wolves to prey on livestock. Now, ranchers worry the upcoming aerial gunning operation on the Gila National Forest could exacerbate conflicts with the endangered species. Forest officials said Friday that they're working with the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Wildlife Services to remove all the unbranded and unauthorized cattle from the Gila wilderness, saying the animals pose a significant threat to sensitive habitat along streams and wetlands. A previous effort by a contractor to catch and remove wild cattle from the area netted about 20 animals. Citing the rugged terrain, forest officials said it's difficult to say how many feral cattle there are in the wilderness, but they believe there could be as many as 250 in that area. The Cattle Growers Association argued that since the exact number is unknown, they say there's no way to hold federal officials accountable or determine if progress is actually being made in reducing the population. And finally, speaking of our forest, the Payson Ranger District and Cave Creek Ranger District will be conducting pile burn operations this week. Cave Creek fire specialists will conduct pile burn operations around Bartlett Lake today. Now, the burns will be occurring over at the Bartlett Flats area and a staging area off the Horseshoe Dam Road. Payson fire specialists will conduct pile burn operations on the Payson Ranger District starting tomorrow and Wednesday. Fire specialists will burn 107 acres of debris piles at the Christopher Creek Campground. That's at about milepost 274 on State Route 260, and those pile burns will be just south of the highway. Motorists may encounter smoke along the roadways as well as fire management personnel. Officials say please use caution when traveling in the area. The Forest Service will post signs on roads likely to be affected by smoke. And as always, residents and visitors to that area can expect to see and smell light to moderate amounts of smoke during that 2-day burning operation. Well, coming up in Rim Country weather, it looks like breezy northeast winds are going to continue in some areas through the at least the early morning hours today, especially mainly among of the higher terrain along the Mogollon Rim and over in the Bradshaw Mountains. A couple of short waves will drop down through the region between Tuesday and Thursday, with more periods of gusty winds out of the northeast anticipated. A complete report on your 7-day forecast is coming up next. You're watching Rim Country News.
Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. It's not just a bar, it's a destination. Jake started out as an Arizona stage stop way back in 1916, and folks have been stopping here ever since. Jake's also has been famous as a popular stopping spot for travelers headed to Rim Country or Roosevelt Lake. But as more people discover this historic stop, more and more, it becomes the destination. It was even featured in the 2008 movie Jake's Corner and later featured at the Sedona Film Festival. Ice-cold beers from the tap, imported or specialty beers, a generously stocked full bar, and great food that keeps you wanting to come back again and again. Enjoy a game of pool inside or step out and enjoy the covered patio and outdoor bar with live entertainment and much more. We hope to see you soon at one of the most historic stopping spots in Arizona, Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. It's not just a bar, it's a destination.
Hi, I'm Michael Dowling with the Old County Inn and Pinewood Tavern. So we've been using Lucas and Brandt probably for the last 4 years. They've been really awesome to work with, Amy and Marguerite. They do everything now from pretty much all of our payroll needs, pay all of our taxes. They even help us on Fridays to pick up our checks, which is great since they're local. But I pretty much use them for everything. They've been awesome to work with, and they take off all the things I don't have to worry about as far as taxes go, so I can concentrate on my business. But as for now, they're pretty much doing all of my personal taxes, all of our payroll needs, all of our business taxes, and very affordable and just awesome to work with, and they're local. So we really appreciate them, and they've been a great partner with us so far.
Well, taking a look now at your Rim Country 7-day weather forecast, winds continue gusting across the higher terrain of the Mogollon Rim and the Bradshaw Mountains early this morning, with Humbug Creek reporting gusts above 50 miles an hour. Humbug. Well, winds will drop off through this morning. High pressure will build across the west coast, which will keep the region dry and temperatures warming throughout this week. A couple of short waves will push down through the forecast area, one on Tuesday night into Wednesday and one on Wednesday night into Thursday. However, they don't really have any moisture around these at all, and they're expected to pass through the region very dry. However, there looks to be an increase in winds with each wave, so it will be breezy through the middle part of this week. Now, the air behind that wave isn't all that cold, so it won't prevent the daytime highs from warming too much each day. The majority of the operational models, forecast models, continue to show a ridging building in from the west coast through the end of this week. Outliers are trying to show an upper level low dropping southward into our area, possibly with decent moisture, but with pretty low confidence this far out and little to no ensemble support from the forecast models, will keep things dry through the forecast period. We'll keep you updated as the week goes on. Meanwhile, highs and lows around Rim Country today, well, they should be looking something like this. In Payson today, you can expect beautiful sunny skies once again with a few very light breezes and a high near 57. Tonight, it'll be clear with calm winds and a low around 29. It'll be a bit breezier up on top of the rim today, with Forest Lakes expecting a high near 44, and the winds up there could be gusting to 22 miles an hour today, so definitely want to be wearing long pants up there today. Tonight, up on top of the rim, winds will still be gusting to around 15 miles an hour, with their low up there tonight down around 21 degrees. Well, down south here in Tonto Basin, it's going to be fairly calm winds today down here, with a high expected right around 65 degrees. Tonight, not much in the way of wind down here again, with a fairly mild low around 35. And that's what's happening around Rim Country. For Tonto TV, KRIM Radio News, and Global Trails Media, I'm Randy Roberson. Make it a great Monday.